The 730 Project, day 123. I always like number things like that. Day 123. Pretty cool. I'm going to be extra excited on day 456 too, let me tell you. So, my voice is still a little off because of the crud that I'm dealing with, like congestion wise. Got some good whistle playing in today for myself, like digging into my family history. I'm very excited to find some resources online, and there's actually a national organization in this country for, the family name that my mother grew up with, and it sounds it sounds a little strange out of context. So the name, my mother's maiden name, is Scottish, even though directly my, I think, great grandfather was born in Ireland. So, and there's a whole, I don't know. I'm digging into my own family history, and there's rumors going around the extended family that maybe our that the Scottish part of the family were kind of, I don't know, maybe invaders is too strong a term, but they were maybe squatters in Ireland, although there was more than one generation of my family born in Ireland, so I don't know. In a day of when we talk so much about cultural appropriation and we talk about colonialism, and especially me being a white male in the United States at this time in history, I'm a little sensitive to things like that. At the same time, I'm excited to learn about family history that I did not know about. And because as far as I knew until, I don't know, a few weeks ago, my family, that side of the family especially, were farmers. So, not conquerors. So, and there's also the coming to the realization that while I'm connected to my ancestors, I don't have, I certainly don't have any kind of control over what happened with them, although it gets to be a slippery slope. Anyway, I'm excited finding out more about that family history. And I kind of say this jokingly, but my partner is always supportive when I say, like several months ago when I said, hey, I really want to learn some Irish whistle tunes. I really want to learn how to play Bowron because some of my family history comes from Ireland and it's a great music tradition and I'm really excited about it. And my partner says, hey, great, go for it. Have fun, right? And I remember this very distinctly when I didn't know, like growing up, I was told, okay, your background is English and Irish and Scottish. I did not realize how Scottish it was, but when a few years ago, when I first started thinking about, well, let me explore my cultural roots. And I tell this story, and it usually gets at least a chuckle, if not some laughs. I tell the story about how my partner is very supportive of my musical interests. The mouth is not working so well today. And I said, and the timing of this, the way I'm going to relay this to you is exactly how I remember the timing of this conversation. I said kind of ponderously, I said, I think I want to learn how to play the bagpipes. No. That was my partner. No. And I said, well, yeah, but it doesn't get more Scottish than, no. But maybe it's part of my cultural, no. Everything else she says okay to except the bagpipes, right? Now, to be fair, the bagpipes are not an indoor type of instrument. Bagpipes are an outdoor instrument. Bagpipes have been used on the battlefield. That was like, uh, like in English and American military, they might use a bugle, and they would have different calls that meant different things: advance, retreat, that sort of thing. In Scotland, it was the bagpipes, and so now since then she has clarified that when you know I guess I'm kind of in that position now. She said, when you have a soundproof space where you could practice that, go ahead, feel free. My studio space now is not soundproof yet, so still waiting on that. Um, but I get a chuckle out of it every time I think about it. Because for me, connecting to my cultural background through music is completely natural. What a great segue into understanding a little more about the culture that my roots come from through music, through song. And yeah, I'm rambling now, but I got to do something different for day 123, right? 123, that number magic. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Also realizing that some of the things that I'm doing to try to help support my family right now they're not feeling, not that they feel bad, but they don't feel good. It's not like I get excited about it. It's like, ooh, yay, okay, this is how I can support my family. Um, I need to be doing my work. I need to be bringing my medicine to the people, to the world. And that is something I can feel good about. That's not what's happening right now. And there's reluctance, but I'm really getting to the point, and I think I've shared this quote before, and I mangle it every time I think about it, but the quote is something like, change will only occur when the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change. I think I might be to that point. Because I'm doing things that sometimes are frustrating to me, sometimes are irritating to me. And I think part of that frustration and irritation is, who was it? I think it was Abraham Hicks that said, watch the emotions, because the emotions will tell you if you're on the right track. And I think the frustration, the irritation is coming from the fact that I'm not quite on the right track. So again, refocusing and figuring out what these blocks are. Because, in my mind, intellectually, I say, this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it. And then when it comes time to take action on that, in certain ways, not in all ways, but in certain ways, when it comes time to take action on that, I have this incapacitating fear, anxiety. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but then the procrastination kicks in, and stuff doesn't get done. So, very much looking forward to moving forward in a positive way and taking action to get my spiritual mission on track, which also will hopefully support my family in what I feel is a meaningful way for me. and then it's all going to be good. So, with all of that big, huge mouthful said, this has been day 123. I'll be back here on day 124.